Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's stream. Tonight will just be a one-game stream between Pokey Card. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight. I do not mute my stream. Oops. But it will be Pokey Card versus Andyland. Pokey Card thus far 1-1 on the season, if memory serves me correctly. Andyland 1-0. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to play that many games because their games keep getting postponed. So it'll be a good matchup here for you guys tonight. Already got the copy pastas going. Rahul coming through with the classic RMBA copy pasta. The electrical inference. Holy shit, so many copy pastas already. By the way, what up, Peter? Welcome to the stream. My boy Peter doesn't play a lick of League of Legends, just here to support. That's my boy right there. Pentaquant. Everybody be nice to him. But yeah, let's see. Ooh, by the way, the Andyland's still in game here. It looks like Gordo is at least. I don't think the same can be said for Pokecard, fortunately.
Alright, spectate, see how deep they are into their game.
Give me that last minute practice in.
Seriously.
What is this? Ah, well, interesting comp.
What comp are they
Is that
practicing?
Ivermid?
This Ivermedia,
Oh,
double moonstone abusers.
alright. I was keep forgetting to update my fucking title. Whoops. Okay. Alright. About 5 minutes out. Hopefully 5 minutes away from that game ending for Andyland. Rahul's wondering where you're at, Mr. Bidal.
Right
And
here.
if you're gonna be joining Twitch chat tonight.
Oh, what? Hello, Grant. How you doing?
What's up, Grant?
Oh, yeah. Just chilling. I was supposed to go hang out with Rob yesterday, but then I remembered B might have COVID, so never mind. I am going to be responsible because I might have COVID. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing my mask the whole time, so hopefully that was enough. What's the play against Phase Rush Tank Phoenix Eater at the moment? Phase Rush Tank Phoenix Eater.
This is LCS Udyr.
I haven't been keeping up with else. I think I saw. Yeah, I have no idea, Rahul. I haven't watched LCS enough to actually know why they're losing to it.
To me, it's like singed. You don't chase him, you wait for him to int himself, and you kill his teammates.
That makes sense. Is Moonsap being abused in LCS yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, it is?
I get.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Today The one game I watched with C9, they ran like Lulu top, Yon mid, Udyr bot, or Udyr jungle, sorry, and then Senna Kench bot. Only one Moonstaff, but it was still just a really dumb comp. Because either one of Senna or Yon just never died.
I know
Oh.
Sven got 2 pentakills today. Nuts.
Udyr doesn't do that much damage though. He only does damage if he's ahead, because then he gets like it's just base damages that are enough. He's purely counting on base damages. Okay, well, we're getting close to game time here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to check in with both teams. I'm going to check in with Team Pokeguard first, just because they actually respect the start time as opposed to going until the final second.
They're held in the jungle.
Hey
Yeah.
guys.
They're the whole team.
That's not attributing their success to Rahul. Rahul actually carried their game against Strag. Like he got so strong on Maokai, and then there's unkillable.
Sam. Rahul just heard you compliment him on stream. His cock just like massive. You better
Oh,
be
well,
careful
we're on
with that.
stream. What's up?
What's up?
Well,
you can't ever compliment Rahul like that.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to check
Yeah,
in with
Rahul,
you
your
guys
dog
to see if everyone's here, because it seems like
Lucy is not in the comms right now, but she is here.
Oh, okay. So she
said she's
on the
gonna
Poke card.
She'll be here
She'll
momentarily.
be right back.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
So we could have someone open up the lobby.
Yeah, if you guys can do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. 1 second. I'll go to Battlefy. I can open it.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey guys, just to let you know, the game's starting soon.
Okay, cool.
You guys on the verge of ending? No.
Probably not. We'll just call it if we need to.
Okay.
We can look to fight this.
All right. So I don't know if that's going to end up working out, ladies and gentlemen. But thus far, it does not seem like Team Andyland respecting the time limit. Maybe going to have to strip them of a ban here.
Can they surrender? No.
They can surrender, yes.
Well, guess I'll find out. Damn, I don't know. How would you queue up to a ranking? Why not just play like normal so you can just surrender?
It's Flex LP, I guess.
Flux Q.
Dude, Flex is such a meme, man. I'll be honest, man. Like, you can't take his shit seriously.
Something went wrong. Did you close the custom?
No. I'll
Are
try
you gonna
again.
join?
I'll try again.
I'll relog.
Okay.
Let's see. I need his top Flex 5v5 players. Top the Kai.
Alright, so we have the entirety of Team Pokecard in here. So while we're waiting, I guess, to a brief overview of Pokecard, since we haven't seen them in a minute. So Pokecard named here, team named after their support player Pokey, who loves playing the Pokey card, which is to say, whenever we try to get an in-house going, she just decides to offer her spot up, saying that, you know, it's okay, I'll sit out for this one. When there are like 10 people in the lobby, or even less than 10 people. So literally offering up her spot when she doesn't need to is the name of the game here for Pokecard. But for their team, starting from top all the way to bottom, in the top lane, we're going to have Agent SA, aka Sam. He says he's an Aatrox enthusiast, but in truth, he's really just another weak side top laner, as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully, we'll get to see him come out of his shell a little bit as the tournament goes on. In the mid lane, it will be Florzel, aka Joel, the captain of Pokecard. It plays a mean Malzahar, from what I've seen. In the jungle, it will be Derek, aka Humble Donut. And I don't really have too much to say about Derek, if I'm being completely honest with you. In the bot lane, it will be OG Puppy Chow, aka Dustin, Joel's younger brother. Likes to play a lot of Jin and MF as far as I've seen. And Pokey, the mascot of Pokecard, in the support position. Pretty classic e-girl champion, or e-girl player if I do say so myself. But alright, so that will be Pokecard there for you guys. Meanwhile, on red side for this game, it will be Andyland, captained by Mr. Chunks, aka Andy. How nice of them to line up in their roles already from top to bottom. Joshi in the top lane. Professional caster, actually. Whoa. We have a prime sub coming in from Codal5, aka Charles. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This channel is big enough that you can throw money at me. So if you're so inclined, or if you have Amazon Prime and you have nothing else to do with that, feel free to hit that Prime subscribe button for free. Okay, Rahul gonna do just that. Rahul the waffle, my guy. But yeah, anyways, for Team Andyland here, gonna be Pop Pop Paw, aka Philip, aka one of my OG homies from Season 2 in the jungle. In the mid lane, it will be Gordo Lee, returning Season 1 champion of the Do It Big Invitational. In the bot lane, it will be Mr. Chunks and Francis on AD and support respectively. So some synergy there, going all the way back to, I assume, their high school days. Okay, let's get a ready check in here for both teams. And if they are ready, then we're gonna get ready to go into champ select here. Now, Bidao, you've had the pleasure of scrimming both of these teams throughout the week. What are some things that you may expect here? Well, some compositions, some champions you think that they've been practicing?
Mr. Chunks likes playing various and more lane dominant ADs. When I was playing as OG Puppy Chow, I like playing those scaling ADs.
Okay.
So yeah, as long as Andy can pressure the lane, they should have an advantage in the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, it seems fair. I just realized I've been on the fucking client the whole time. There we go. Boom. There it is, that client view. Punkers. Literally eating Pokey while cheering on Pokey. True. Rahul says they'll play Giga Seal composition because Josh is cocky and just plays around his opponent making mistakes. Okay. Interesting. Let's see if that ends up being the case. Ooh, gonna be a Vigar ban here. We did play against Vigar in scrims last night. Mr. Bidao. So gonna be taken away for Pokecard here.
The Vega actually got the quadra yesterday.
Oh, he did,
True,
yeah.
True.
It's alright. I sold the Veigar as Jin, I think, mid lane.
Okay. And then now Gray's gonna be the last ban here for Pokecard. So as far as I've seen, Philip really likes playing either Graves or Lilia. With Graves being taken away, we're probably gonna try to see Pokecard force Philip onto that Lilia. Might get a duel of the prancing horse-based junglers here, as Hecarim is gonna be the first pick for Pokecard. It's gonna be matched by Galio. Let's see. Is it gonna? Okay, so it's gonna be the Galio Camille. I know this is something that Pokecard have been practicing, so not gonna be taken away on the side of Andyland. Pretty interesting draft strategy there.
They just pick top and mid. They're just gonna get countered, baby.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing as well. They lock in both of their solo lanes here, despite being on red side. That's not something that we've seen before.
Can't Galio get B flex in support too?
Yeah, he can. He can get flex into support. I think it's more popular mid though. But yeah,
I think
obviously.
Malzahar's good into Galio. Prevents him from roaming, just perma shove the wave. I would have liked to see Renekton here from Blue Tide 3. Just because Renekton shits on
Ooh.
Camille.
Okay, good point. Already going to be a massive dive here. Holy shit. Massive dive coming out from Andyland. Galio, Camille, Olaf going to present a huge threat to the backline of Pokecard.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you there because there's a hype train on Twitch chat. If you guys have any primes, remember to sub. Got any like extra money, just throw at Roger to get this to level 2 hype train.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I think you guys bring up a fair point. This could be Galio support. Reserve a mid counter pick for Gordo. Gordo does have a pretty deep champion pool to go into. So we'll see if he gets a chance to go into his bag here. Oh my god, Peter, relax. Okay, so Pentaquant gonna come through with 3 gifted subs. Just pogging out over here, man. Pentaquant is the guy we played frisbee with last time, Charles, at the middle school. Oh shit, we forgot to do the pregame interview. Shit. It's okay. We'll make it up with a couple of postgame interviews. I'm trolling today. My bad, Kevin. You know what it is, Kevin? It's because I'm not interviewing you. I would never forget to interview you, Kevin. That's the problem. Alright, but okay, so holy shit, look at this comp coming out from Andyland. Just run fast and run in. Sivir going to enable Olaf, Camille, and Galio to really get in there. Let's see if Pokecard gonna come through with some counter engage. Still a support left up. Oh no, please. Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
please. Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
please. Okay. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a rough one because Nami is just not a good champion right now. Oh my God, we have a bit of a draft kingdom, I think, ladies and gentlemen. So you see those 4 champions for Andyland, and you counter with Nami and Cho'Gath. Oh no. Okay. I guess the Soraka pick doesn't make a whole lot of sense
I would like to see
either.
Leona here. I think that's better.
Yeah, holding the support for last pick and then having it be Soraka seems to be a bit of a grief, but not as bad, I would say, as the Nami Cho'Gath picks. Cho'Gath does nothing against that comp.
I think it's as best as they could have. The Cho has the AoE fear and the knockup for the disengage, and Nami has the R into Q. So I guess they're just trying to disengage.
Yeah, but Olaf runs through the wave. Camille can either jump to the side of it or just iframe it with the Hextech Ultimatum. And Galio just waits for Camille, so I don't know if this is going to be enough disengage here for Pokecard. But I guess it remains to be seen. One thing to keep in mind, I guess, with Andyland's composition is if they do fall behind because of the risk they had to put themselves in order to get on top of this backline for Pokecard. If they fall behind, they will just die. So we'll see if Pokecard are able to get an early game advantage. Maybe that will be enough to stop the dive coming out here from Andyland.
Wait, I just realized that's Gordo Lee top most likely, right? He's on Camille still.
Okay, so it might have a bit of a role swap as well. Gordo Lee, Andyland's mid player on the Camille will mean that he probably goes top, and they're gonna have their top player Joshi go mid. That's a good point. Good point. Good point. Okay, well, 2 minutes of spectator delay, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will get into the game. Level 2 hype train, by the way. For those of you that just subscribed, be sure to use your newfound powers to hit him with the emojis the Rajcast. By the way, fucking Charles, where's my Raj champ? Wait, no, that's not. Oh,
There it
my,
is.
oh my god. I don't even know my own emojis, Omega Law. There we go. Wait, nope, nope. I hate Twitch so much. Thank you, Chungus. Buggers. These copy pastas are great, says Noctran. True! True! They are great. Let's get the viewer count up as well to match. Alright. But, alright, minutes out here before we load in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this comp for Pokecard. I'm really concerned. I'm really concerned they're literally going to get ran over. Misfortune obviously has 0 mobility skills, so Olaf with the Ragnarok gonna just completely run through that team. Can't be locked down by the Malzahar ulti, or the Hecarim ulti, or the Nami ulti.
I think it's all on red side to be proactive. If they fall behind, like you said, I think that they're just gonna get. They can't really initiate from behind onto that team.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, early game's gonna be really important, especially Olaf, such a early game dependent jungler.
Yeah. The 11.3 changes, by the way, are not live just yet, which will mean that Olaf is one of the signature abusers of this Gore Drinker Sterix combo is in the mid game. So another thing to watch out for as well. All right, as we load into the game, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. We are going to have again Team Pokecard on the left side, Andyland here on the right side, on the red side. And as we load in here, one thing to keep, interesting, Olaf has Flash instead of Ghost. Not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but I feel like this was a Ghost game for Olaf. He just needs to run at people rather than using the Flash to get on top of people. Since they're just going to be running in anyways. Although I guess with the Sivir speed up, it's not that big of a deal. But will be interesting to keep an eye out on. Taking a while loading to the game here, actually. Come on now. Alrighty. Cool. So, looks like we're gonna get early invade pings coming out here for Pokecard onto the top side jungle potentially. That was an on my way ping from blue side into the enemy jungle. Thus far, pings for Andyland just gonna be strictly defensive. Yeah, gonna be a 5-point here coming out from Andyland. Hecarim and Malzahar potentially gonna go up here. Let's see if they're able to do anything.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
We're gonna be dropped here. Some space aids also going out. Oh, we lost Chungus for a second. Looks like he's restarting.
Oh shit.
It's all good. But okay, so just gonna be a pair of topside wards dropped here, one for each team. And then looks like we're gonna get matching bot side starts here for both junglers. So what this could mean is that we will have a meeting of level 4 junglers at 3:15 at the top crab. Both Olaf and Hecarim fully capable of clearing all 6 camps and hitting level 4 before the crab spawns. If that is the case, obviously I think the advantage goes to Olaf. But we'll see how the priority works out as well. I would expect Malzahar to get priority on Galio. Once he gets a couple more ranks in those Malefic Visions, the space aids. But as it stands right now, Galio gonna get the early push in straight into Malzahar's tower.
You might want
Ooh.
to move Galio to the mid lane, by the way, Roger.
Oh, true. That's a good point. Yeah, in the bot lane already, heavy trades going down here. Soraka taking about half HP, but Pokey just not moving out of the Soraka Starfall will mean that he gets a little bit of regen, and bot lane will be able to ding level 2 first for the Sivir Soraka lane. Kind of unfortunate. I haven't seen too many of these Starfalls not land coming out, which will mean that Soraka is not mined. Oh, these Starfalls are doing so much work. Going to mean that the bot lane of Andyland going to be able to sustain back up with the regen. Oh, heavy. Ooh, the Science almost able to snare up the fish there. But yeah, huge trades. Nami going down to about 10% HP. A flash auto boomerang blade going to be more than enough to take her out if she's not careful. Meanwhile, both junglers here on to their 5th camps. I don't know if any are on pace. It doesn't look like it to be able. Actually, yeah, okay. So Olaf here actually not gonna take the level 6 or level 4. Not gonna go for the 6 camp. He's still gonna go for an early gank onto the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath very heavily overextended. This it will be a dead Cho'Gath. Naka gonna come out. Flash still being held here. Ooh,
Oh
no, not flashing the attack on Titan move out coming out from Camille will also mean that Hecarim, despite being level 4 first, will lose out on this top crab. I don't know what he's waiting for. He's not even going to hit the vision plant to confirm where Olaf is. Instead, going to make his way down towards the bot crab. But with bot lane priority here for Andyland will also mean that this bot lane crab is not a guarantee. Olaf can get this crab really quick and then immediately start pathing bot. Galio going to be able to cut off the Hecarim as well. And it looks like Pokeland's bot lane is moving up. I think Hecarim is going to get double crabbed here. A lot of hesitation, hovering in this bush, despite knowing exactly what Olaf was trying to do, will mean that Hecarim is going to get double crabbed here by the Olaf. So good early game here for Andyland. A lot of prio in all 3 lanes, combined with a successful gank top lane, will give Olaf the early jungle advantage. Goodness gracious, yeah, this Nami pick is not working out whatsoever. Content to just eat boomerangs and starfalls all night long. Not a recipe for success. Interestingly, both junglers opting to stay out for level 5 clears essentially. Olaf will be able to hit level 5 after he clears wolves. I think Hecarim hits level 5 after doing wolves as well. But he is not, unfortunately, a recipient of the crab. So will be a camp behind the Hecarim. Hecarim here also backing on a ward. Oh my god, what are you doing, buddy? You are losing so much tempo. Starts backing on the ward, then realizes a sweeper interrupts the recall to kill the ward. And now is finally reset. Olaf still greeting out here. Actually gonna go for the Krugs that he elected not to clear before ganking the Cho'Gath, which will mean that Olaf is, I think, 2 camps away from level 6 at 5.5 minutes. So this Olaf has a ton of tempo here.
The bot camp should reset. He just goes double bot camp into drag solo.
Yeah,
Probably.
I was gonna say this should be the freest early game dragon here for Olaf. Fully capable of soloing this one out. And I don't see any world where the Sivir Misfortune end up magically getting priority over the Soraka Sivir here. Meanwhile, in the top lane, gonna be a Hextech Ultimation plus the Hero's Entrance onto the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath right in front of tower. Let's see how far he decides to dive for this one. It will be a successful dive here for Andyland. Hecarim in the neighborhood, but not close enough. Does not have the level 6 Onslaught of Shadows yet either. Will mean that this Camille has an absolutely massive lead. Already more than double this poor little Void Dinosaur's CS. Plus a kill and an assist. So weak side top laners, this is what you deserve. If, as far as I'm concerned, you deserve to get dove and then just get shit on. Will also mean that because Hecarim showed top to have to catch that massive wave, Olaf will be able to get on this Ocean Dragon. And already this is looking to be a pretty comprehensive win for Andyland as we come out of the early game.
Cho is so far behind right there because Hecarim, I guess he didn't communicate that Cho has TP. He goes there and taxes a double wave.
Yeah.
Cho only has 24 CS, still level 5 only.
Yep. And with that, with Hecarim showing top, Olaf gonna have the confidence to walk into Hecarim's red buff here and steal this one away as well. This is just not looking good if you are Pokey Card. Just aggressive early game plays coming out from Andyland, and Pokey Card not able to deal with it whatsoever. This is going to be a pushing wave into Camille as well for Cho'Gath. So Camille should be able to freeze the Cho'Gath without teleport. And look at this Olaf.
Did Nami just miss Olaf?
Wait, Olaf.
Oh.
Oh, okay, Olaf doesn't seem to care. But now Olaf is a little bit overextended here. Gonna get immediately started on Violent Misfortune. Gonna go into the Ragnarok. Will mean that he loses a bunch of resistances. Able to flash over the big wall there. Good flash coming out from Olaf. Will mean that he lives to fight another day. But yeah, an overextended Olaf. Let's see if the onside of Shadows gets used here by the Hecarim. There is a Galio in tow as well, without the hero's entrance, however. So I had to keep an eye out on that. Malzahar, though, was resetting from base, so unable to impact that fight. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Cho'Gath has his Devour cooldown up for no fucking reason. You're never in a million years going to be fighting Camille, so you might as well eat a minion, start stacking the Devour stack, start getting the free HP. Every second that he doesn't Devour a minion is 1 second that he doesn't get that bonus HP stacking up. I don't know what he's waiting for. If you see Camille, like they pick this matchup for themselves, which should tell you that they understand how the champion works. But I don't understand why Cho'Gaths, especially in a non-interactive lane, hold their feast cooldown. Still up, by the way. So it is currently 9 minutes 10 seconds. Let's see how long it takes before Cho'Gath finally decides to start eating something.
Ooh, it might be a fight right here.
Alright, meanwhile, Cho'Gath now gonna try to go aggressive for some reason. I think they're trying to protect Hecarim on this Herald, but this is not a wise idea. Olaf and Galio both with their ultimates available very, very soon, plus the Soraka global heal. Okay, now gonna go aggressive onto the Olaf. Why would you see the Olaf? See Olaf gonna be able to do a ton of damage in return to the Hecarim. This is an unconvincing engage here from Pokey Card, and it will mean that the Camille and the Olaf are able to do a ton of work here. Soraka roaming up as well will mean a Herald leashed for Andyland, as well as a double kill handed over. Pokey Card already losing the early game, going to risk a 50-50 Rift Herald without lane priority. This is just not looking good. Cho'Gath, by the way, did die. Did not consume. So it is now 10 minutes, 10 seconds, and he has not used consume yet. Oh my god, this Hecarim's gonna die. This Hecarim's gonna die. Never mind. Olaf, no balls.
Oh,
Olaf with no balls.
that was right there.
Yeah. Hecarim almost dying there. This Hecarim is level 6 at 10.5 minutes. I didn't know that this was possible on this champion. One of the best power farmers in the game, especially in the early game, has not leveraged that whatsoever. Meanwhile, e-girls generally don't know how to roam. Stuck in the bot lane here while her team contests Herald will mean that the Soraka roaming up turns that into a 4v3. Not looking great so far. On the other side though, if you are Andyland, very happy with the way this game has turned out thus far. Camille, with a massive early game advantage, only going to be scaling up even more with her true damage from her Q. At this point, with a Triforce already in hand, going to be doing what, 300, 400 true damage with the Q. So
Is it right to go Triforce over Sunder here? I feel like she's gonna be hitting Chum most of the time, no?
yeah, I think maybe what they're playing for is if you are just going to be strictly split pushing as Camille, the attack speed from the Mythic passive maybe will help you a little bit more in the split push. But yeah, I would imagine that Sunder would be better in the Cho versus Camille matchup strictly. But I think against I think against Malzahar, MF, and Nami, I think Sunder is slightly worse, and against Hecarim it's a bit of a wash. More so because Hecarim is behind than anything.
Yeah.
As it stands, second dragon of the game also will be started here by Andyland. Will be a cloud dragon, so we're gonna have either a mountain soul or an infernal soul here. By the way, it is 12 stacks. It's 12 stacks, or it is 12 minutes. Sorry, 12 and a half minutes. Cho'Gath has used
No
consume
stacks?
once, just one.
Once.
All right. Looks like we're gonna get a pause here as apparently Lucy is getting some FPS drops. The Nami in the bot lane, unfortunately, going through some technical issues. We'll get that resolved as soon as possible. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Let's see what's going on in Twitch chat. Remake in all caps. True. If you are Pokey card, you are down to remake. Yeah. I'll be honest, Twitch chat. Did one of you message Sam and tell him how Feast works? It like baffles me, to be honest, in 2021, that people still don't know how abilities work. Like, do people not just like mouse over them and read?
Yeah, dude. I don't read every single ability. I'll be honest.
Alright.
Oh.
Cause whatever
I'm an AD player, so you gotta dodge shit, right? So I don't care what they do as long as I distance myself well.
I guess.
Okay.
But it's like that's your whole identity as a champion is to get fucking obese, and he doesn't know. He has no idea how to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess people just assume champs are easy to play, or
Cho'Gath is easy to play, but you still gotta understand the mechanics of that ability. I mean, or you don't, and then you just end up giving Camille the freest lane of her life.
So this is like throwback to season 1, dude. Nox Cho'Gath.
True.
It's my team.
True. Yeah, I think he consumed 3 things in 20 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Which is just
very
so sad.
Cho'Gath.
Which is just very sad. Yes, very tiny Cho'Gath.
How many stacks can Cho get on minions before he has
6.
to eat like
6.
big one? Okay.
Isn't Camille a counter to Cho anyways, regardless?
Yep. But when you're a weak side top laner, you don't really have a lot of favorable matchups into Camille.
No.
Huh.
Is it only Renekton that beats Camille? Is there anything else? Because I know she's so strong right now. She's really, what, first priority? Isn't she pick ban in LCS?
I think so. Maybe. I mean, I don't play top lane, but maybe Irelia? I don't know.
Supposedly there is Wukong, Heimer, Teemo, Pantheon. Yeah.
Maybe. Alright. This is really an LCS stream now that we're talking over a prolonged pause. Let's take a look at Freelancer 216's link here. Cho'Gath versus Camille apparently has a 54.27% win rate. Now, here's the problem with this, is do these people that play this matchup on Cho'Gath's side know how his ultimate works? I think that's a big differentiator. Or am I reading this wrong? Cho'Gath wins against Camille, which is 6.73% higher.
Okay, but the thing is like, the thing with these statistics, right? Like, not a lot of people play Cho'Gath, so like maybe people who play with Cho'Gath are just a lot better at the champion. I know that was the thing with Twitch, like 2 seasons ago, like he had like a 50% win rate, but like
Cho'Gath
only one chick played him.
Cho'Gath is maxing his his Vorpal spikes. If we're looking at this build, it should be a W max, and then Q max, and then E max. So he is not only not recognizing how to use his ultimate, he is maxing the ability he should be maxing last, according to this link. So misplays all around. Unfortunate.
But he's maxing Q.
He's maxing E.
This Cho?
Yeah, this Cho.
Huh. Interesting.
He has a little bit of bonus attack speed, but is this scaling?
I on most like websites it's saying max E, and when I see like my only knowledge of Cho is watching T1 play at top lane, but I think he maxes E.
What are you talking about, Rahul? You literally just dropped me this link and it literally says skill priority is W into Q into E. Okay. I see. That's really unintuitive how they do that. Okay. Never mind. The skill priority and the skill order, you are supposed to max E according to the skill order chart, but then it has W into Q into E. So I blame the... Alright. We're gonna get the unpause very, very soon.
Oh, skill priority is not equal to skill leveling. Okay.
Sure. Alright, whatever. The
That's
point being, it doesn't even matter because Sam has no idea how to play this champion. Okay, we're getting back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. The game's finally on pause. Lucy forgot to plug in her laptop, apparently, but now has everything plugged in. And we are loading back into the game. Olaf now going to steal away the Hecarim's red buff here. Hecarim going to use Ghost to run away from no imminent danger. Now Olaf though going to be exposed here to some space aids, but happy to just walk out here. Soraka in tow will mean that a lot of that damage will just get healed back up.
Soraka doesn't heal him. Feels bad.
Feels bad. Alright, Cho'Gath did use the second stack of his feast. So congratulations to Agent SA. Perhaps you tuned into the stream and saw us or listened to us. Alright, meanwhile, Hecarim gonna go mid, gonna try to gank this level 10 Galio. But Galio with the Aftershock proc gonna be very, very, very tanky. Just gonna flash just to ensure the safety. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Misfortune going aggressive onto the Sivir, but a ton of heals coming out from the Soraka. Now this Nami is potentially a little bit overextended. There is a very angry Viking here. But thus far, nothing so far. And another double up going to land onto the Sivir. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Camille going to go aggressive onto the Cho'Gath. Look at that. I think it's the Hextech Protocol, right? Is that what it's called? Oh, Precision Protocol, excuse me. Doing a ton of damage with that second activation. Hecarim here is going to be spotted by that ward. Camille more than happy to tantalize this Hecarim into potentially ganking her. Let's see if that ends up being the case. Hecarim, after dawdling a little bit, going to go back. Okay. Olaf, meanwhile, more than happy to just Jungle Kingdom his way into a almost 30 CS lead now. Sitting on a Gore Drinker, gonna be building towards that Sterix Gauge. Gonna have way too much damage for this relatively low damage comp of Pokey card to punch through at this stage in the game.
Sivir's not going the lethality build we saw earlier this week.
True.
It's just standard, probably Gale Force.
Yeah.
Tracking.
Sedge. No lethality, one-shot Boomerang Blade. And looks like Cho'Gath is going to get another 3-man visit courtesy of Olaf and Galio. This is a level 10 Cho'Gath.
No. He just used all his abilities on the wave.
I think he's trying to clear this wave as much as possible, though. Camille not going to have any of it. Just going to immediately go in, and oh my god, that is just good night if you are if you are Cho'Gath. But Pokey card here going to try to salvage this just a little bit. Will be able to take the mid outer turret, which is actually a solid pickup if you are Pokey card. Meanwhile, there will be teleport coming in the bot lane. A double teleport. This Misfortune is super dead. Cho'Gath is going to teleport in to die as well. Oh no, it's a Malzahar teleport, excuse me. But Nami going to flash away. I don't know if that's the best idea if you're Malzahar. Double bubble going to land. There is a Hecarim here. Onslaught Shadows over the wall. Able to pick up the Soraka first. Sivir very, very low. Going to be picked up as well. Now the teleport coming in from the Cho'Gath. Let's see if he's able to find the Rupture here onto the Galio. This is a full HP Galio who is going to Hextech Rocket Belt away from a potential knock. knockup. So, I think that's all 4 teleports in the game used in the bot lane at 16 minutes to contest absolutely fuck all. But it looked cool. It will also...
with Flash.
Yeah.
Comes.
Soraka died with Flash, unable to use her global heal there, or her exhaust, or her Flash. Means that people just aren't pressing buttons. Or at least some people aren't pressing buttons. But that is a huge wave of cooldowns used as this Infernal Dragon spawns in about a minute. The problem with that fight, if you're Pokey card, you didn't kill anybody that had a shutdown. You didn't kill Camille, you didn't kill Galio, and you didn't kill Olaf. Olaf doesn't have a shutdown yet, but he's really far ahead. You killed the bot lane, which were previously 1-0 and 0. So, or 0-0-0, excuse me.
Why doesn't Olaf do Herald here?
I'm not sure.
Get Herald and drop it right before Drag.
Yeah.
They can't contest.
Okay, now. Boogie card here still have to be very aware. Oh, okay, alright. Camille gonna go aggressive here onto the Nami. Now gonna be potentially overextended. Olaf here as well, gonna go aggressive onto the Nami. Hextech ultimatum used on the Cho'Gath of all people. A huge rupture going to prevent Galio from coming in. And now it is Pokecard in the ascendancy as far as I'm concerned. The Sivir ulti gonna be used more as disengaged than anything. The Onslaught of Shadows will not be up here for a while, however. And Malzahar gonna actually overextend, gonna get taunted up by the Galio. Bubble gonna land onto the Galio as well. Misfortune without the ultimate. Well, this will be a huge Misfortune ultimate, but ultimately doesn't have that cooldown up. But Olaf gonna go down here. So far 3 for 3. Cho'Gath, the Rupture will not land. So far still 3 alive for both teams here. 2 for 2 in terms of the kills, excuse me. Soraka barely living there, finally able to press her button somewhat. But yeah, it's a pretty... Hold on, now though, Misfortune going to be overextended. Good Flash E from the Camille plus the slow. Boomerang Blade should be able to lock this one up. Yep, will be able to do just that. Misfortune going to go too far ahead of her Nami and her Cho'Gath. Will mean that as Andyland get the resets in here, they should have the advantage as they come onto the map again for this dragon. Cho'Gath also staying out as well instead of resetting. Pretty curious. This should be the third third dragon of the game handed over to Andyland, courtesy of Misfortune getting caught out, which is quite unfortunate. They do have other ultimates available now, as do Andyland. But it looks like Andyland gonna potentially opt for a pick. Would have liked to see the Camille go aggressive onto the Malzahar there. Does have the Hero's Entrance and the Ragnarok as available as follow-up, but instead they're just going to go for the relatively safer play. Gonna go for the Dragon here. Let's see if Hecarim is able to get in. Does have the Onslaught of Shadows for a potential steal. Does not have vision of this, however. Go! Okay, not going to be enough. Olaf going to be able to smite that away. Now the Hero's Entrance going to be used here. Going to be able to knock off the Hecarim. Olaf with the Ragnarok going to go aggressive as well, trying to find his way onto somebody. How does Misfortune end up there? I think Gale Force forward of... Oh, I don't know anymore. Soraka very, very low. Sivir very, very low, but no one dying just yet from Andyland's side. Hecarim not in the fight. And this will just end up being a 1-for-0 plus an Infernal Dragon for Andyland. Pretty non-committal if you are Pokecard. Will mean that they are now put on Soul Point. This is not looking good. Camille did go down in that, sorry. So that's something 1-for-1. I can't count apparently. But... Camille won't mind too much as her team is now threatening Infernal Soul. And if you're Pokecard here, you have to wonder what that Misfortune was doing. Misfortune was ahead of her entire team there. Malzahar needs to be careful as well. No mana, gonna try to steal away this red buff. Will not be successful. Ends up leashing that for Sivir. How nice of Jewel here. But thus far, no conclusive teamfight wins for Pokecard.
I don't like the tabby by Camille either. You're gonna be jumping in. I feel like you need the Merc Treads considering all the CC that Blue Side has.
Yeah, that's a good point. The silence, the rupture, a bunch of slows, bunch of fears, bunch of stuns. If you are Pokecard, so Camille.
She's gotten Malzahar suppressed the past 2 fights as well, so I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, you're basically just preventing Hecarim damage, and technically Misfortune damage as well.
Can you buy Mikhails? Does that stop Malzahar ulti?
No, only QSS does. Mikhails doesn't remove suppress anymore. Or actually, I don't know if it ever did. No,
Yeah,
doesn't.
it definitely doesn't work on suppress. Meanwhile, Hecarim gonna try to potentially charge the Sivir here. Good amount of damage. They can take Sivir to about 60% HP, but just for show more than anything. Look at the level leads here as well. Galio level 13, Olaf level 12, Camille level 12. Each part of the top half of Andyland one level ahead of their counterparts. Sivir level 11 gonna be one level ahead of the Misfortune as well. Only Nami one ahead of Soraka. Misfortune desperately needs that level 2 bullet time. That level in that ultimate gonna be huge in terms of the damage coming through. Let's see if she's able to get that before the next fight. Meanwhile, if you are Andyland, content to just farm it out and play for Infernal Soul, this dive combo of Camille, Galio, Olaf, plus the Sivir speed up has not been proven to be handled by Pokey card. See, did they just go with a simple press R to win? Both comps have pretty press R to win comps, to be completely honest. It's just that one team knows when to press R and one team just presses R randomly.
Baron assistance?
Yeah, alright. We are getting pings onto Baron here from Andyland. I think more to secure the crab than anything, guys. There's both an Olaf and a Galio in the bot lane. We'll actually be curious to see. Yeah, okay, so both Olaf and Galio are going to be spotted here. Don't know what this play is about, actually. Olaf trying to go aggressive onto Malzahar, maybe. Is able to pop the spell shield with his undertow. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Meanwhile, Camille to go aggressive in the top lane onto Cho'Gath, but now the Rupture is going to land. Hecarim going to shove Camille into the wall. Teleport going to be used here by the Galio to try to get on top of this fight, but now Camille trying to buy time here. Hero's Entrance going to be used as well to hit absolutely nothing, but there's Camille on the run. 2v2 now in the top lane. Meanwhile, though, there are 3 members here for Andyland in the mid lane. This will be an elongated collapse here. Flash taunt onto the Hecarim as well. This Hecarim will be dead. Going to be sent to the glue factory here. The Onslaught Shadow's not going to do much of anything, so ends up being a 5-head level bait for Camille, I guess.
It's actually a super cool interaction. When Hecarim E's and he gets taunted by Galio, he actually pushes Galio back.
Right, yeah, that is the auto attack modifier. But that is a really crucial pick here onto the Hecarim, who will not have Ghost nor the Onslaught of Shadows here, as Infernal Dragon is spawning here. Infernal Dragon now 13 seconds away. That Blast Cone going to be taken away by Olaf as well. I don't see a world here where Pokecard can contest. Cho'Gath going to teleport down into the bot lane here, but that will also mean that he is not on the same side as his teammates. And Malzahar going to be very, very over-aggressive here. Going to get taunted up by the Galio. The Sivir should be able to get on top of that very, very soon. The Nami not going to do too much there. That's going to be a dead Malzahar. Meanwhile, Olaf going deep, able to fight them out. Misfortune as well. Going to go aggressive onto the Nami. One more auto will be able to do it, but Nami able to flash away, but just going to go straight into the Sivir auto attack. Meanwhile, it'll be a dead Hecarim again. Cho'Gath going to be the only survivor of this absolutely horrific massacre by Andyland. Now I'm going to be Baron? Why? Okay, so looks like Olaf will pick up the Infernal Dragon here, but the rest of Andyland gonna move towards Baron.
Camille should just solo Baron. She has CP. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, Camille should solo Dragon, and then everyone else is the Baron, but it doesn't matter. As it stands, Hecarim too busy in the glue factory to do much of anything this game. Ooh, interestingly enough, Malzahar going to use his TP now to watch Dragon's death animation, but I think it's a bit of tilt here coming out from Pokegard. Alright, Baron going to be taken here as well. No smite necessary whatsoever. And just going to be a slow and inevitable march towards a win here for Andyland as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they just saw the Malzahar TP. Camille still has TP. They can easily 1-4 or even 1-3-1 here with Galio ult.
Yeah. Camille so far ahead, able to dip for a QSS as well. So even that form of knockup, or not knockup, excuse me, lockdown coming in from Malzahar is not going to be available as Camille goes deep to dive the Misfortune Nami in the backline.
So many control wards, good. Team players.
Yeah, total of 6 control wards in the inventory of Andyland. Olaf, the only, or the odd man out here. Olaf, by the way, building towards
Force of Nature.
Gargoyle? Oh yeah, or
Force of Nature.
Force of Nature, you're right, with the wing moon plate. Not something you traditionally see on on Olaf, but every little bit of movement speed to help him run down this backline of Pokey card is going to help, I guess.
Gallium? He's hovering.
Hecarim level 12, by the way, still without even that Sterix gauge, will mean that he is actually really, really squishy. Does not have magic resist whatsoever in his inventory, which will mean that if Galio hits him with the Winds of... Is it like the Winds of Justice or some shit? Winds of War. Okay, my bad, whatever. Gonna do a ton of damage to the Hecarim. Hecarim also going to be susceptible to the Hex Tech, or the Precision Protocol from the Camille as well. Tons of true damage coming in. And thus far, looks to be a 1-3-1 push coming out here from Andyland. Let's see if this Hecarim has to go aggressive. Gonna do... never mind, I was gonna do just that, but not gonna do that at all. In fact, just gonna smite Camille, just to remind him that he is the jungler here for Pokey card. Now we're going to get a potential dive here from Camille onto the Malzahar. The Hex Tech ultimatum comes out, plus the Hero's Entrance over the top. Going to lock that one down. Camille, whether because she forgot or because she didn't need it, even not using the QSS in that fight, going to have that up still. And that mini rotation is going to buy space here for Andyland as well to push onto this mid inhibitor. Yeah, like I said, a slow, inevitable march towards the end here for Pokey card, or for Andyland. Now I'm going to get onto this Nexus turret. And meanwhile, if your Pokey card still hesitant to pull the trigger. Just waiting, just waiting. I'm trying to find something to say, but I'm falling asleep here. Andyland now going to take the bot inhibitor as well. Gallo going to go in and flash taunt. Oh, let's see what happens here. Misfortune is alive, and there is a good tie caller coming out here. Camille going to go down very, very low here, but the Soraka ulti is able to bail her out. Now, though, Gallo going to be stuck here under 2 Nexus turrets. Will go down, will be the first casualty in this fight. Hecarim, one more Q. Nope, now going to be able to find a Soraka with the heal. Going to make sure that Silver stays alive. 1 for 1 so far. Camille in exchange for Hecarim. But Andyland here with Infernal Soul, with pushing double minion waves, should be able to transition this into a top tower as well. There is a Malzahar ulti still available, and actually Soraka going to wander in and eat a double up combo from Misfortune. Going to see if that's going to be the sign to retreat here for Andyland. Looks like that will be the case.
It's gonna be interesting is that Elder and Baron both spawning. I wonder if they're gonna try to trade objectives or try to go for both.
I don't think if you are Andyland that you should try to concede either. You don't need to be in a trade scenario here because you have double inhibitors. So
Yeah,
you just
double TP up too. Just look for backdoor.
If you're Pokey card, you have to send all 5 members out of the base in order to get one of these objectives within a reasonable amount of time. And as soon as they do that, yeah, like you said, both Galio and Camille with teleports will be able to open up the gates here of Pokey card.
They have that TP ward right there, right next to the blast cone too. But it looks like it's gonna die soon.
This one right here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll see. I don't think, yeah, like you said, I don't think it'll be used because both Elder and Baron are spawning here. If I'm Andyland, I just camp Elder on spawn, take that, and then just take Baron, walk into base, and hit S. By the way, in this 30-minute game, Cho'Gath is able to hit the 6-stack fantasy, but actually ate 1 more than he needed to. Fun fact. So, because there's absolutely nothing else happening here while we wait for Elder Dragon to spawn, Cho'Gath can get a maximum of 6 stacks from monsters and minions combined. After that, he if he eats champions, epic monsters, which is to say dragon, elder, baron, or pets, those do not count against that 6-stack limit. So for
Pets
all
don't count?
pets do not count. So you can eat Daisy, for example, and that will count as a Cho'Gath, a non-minion Cho'Gath sec.
What about like Malzahar minions?
I think so too, but if you're using Cho'Gath eat on Voidlings, it might be a little bit of a grief. But yeah, it's really funny how that works out. So if you look at Cho'Gath's ult description, it literally tells you how many different things, including minions, pets, monsters, dragons, epic monsters, and champions.
Oh, interesting.
Alright, Camille actually, they're gonna stop pushing bot lane, gonna group up with her team here in the top lane, level 16 now, but still hasn't shopped yet. Will mean that she's sitting on the exact. Ooh, last one gonna be taken over here by the Olaf and the Camille, more as a flex than anything, just saying, come get us. But come get us, they will not. Hecarim is not gonna walk out of the gate just to eat some damage here from the Galio, poking his head out a little bit too far. Now Olaf is going to go very aggressive. Ragnarok in onto the back line. Going to force 2 flashes here from the bot lane here. Meanwhile, Camille going to aggressive onto Malzahar. Going to be able to pick that one up. The Misfortune Bullet Time is going to be enough. And now Gallo going to get a huge 3-man taunt. This will be the game, ladies and gentlemen. Cho'Gath going to be all that's left up here. Misfortune going to get taunted up by the Camille as well. And the spectator game bug will fuck me in the ass because I cannot see the victory screen pop up. But that will be game for Andyland. After a pretty slow march, going to be a pretty explosive conclusion at least. But GG to Andyland. Now going to move to 2-0 on the season. Meanwhile, Pokey Card here going to fall to 1-2 on the season. So GG. I'm sorry, Rohit, about your 6-year-old child watching the stream, but I had to inject some form of life into what was otherwise a pretty boring game. Alright, GG though. Let's hop into, hopefully the stats will not bug out on me, and we are going to see some stats here. Alright, we will do just that. We look at the graphs here. Misfortune actually almost going to be the damage leader, falling just short of the Galio. But if you look at this triumvirate of Galio, Olaf, and Camille doing a ton of work in this lane, or in this game. But yeah, pretty comprehensive win for Andyland. Will mean GG. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get both captains in here, and we'll hear from them, and then we'll also get you guys hyped for this weekend's games, which will be a lot of fun. Alright, so we're gonna grab Andy, and we're gonna grab
Land.
Alright, GG here. Have both captains from this past game. First question, always going to go to the victors, barring 3 missed Malphite ultimates, which have not happened since that one game. But Andy, second win for you guys here on the young season. Unfortunately, have not seen as much of your team as we would have liked due to some reschedulings. But 2-0 on the season now. What was the key for you guys in that game?
I don't know. I think we just got lucky there.
You got lucky. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Lucky that Cho'Gath has not read how his ultimate works, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. Just like inside the game, it felt like we were losing until we started to win.
I don't believe that for a second, Andy. You fake ass motherfucker. Alright. Meanwhile, for Joel, unfortunately, not able to come up with a win here against Andyland. What do you think are some things that you guys can do differently going forward to avoid a result like this?
Yeah, I think Andy's team executed really well, and we made some early mistakes that we were never really able to come back from. So I think we're just going to do better tomorrow.
Sounds good. Speaking of tomorrow, what a nice transition. Good setup, Joel. Good stuff. So tomorrow we will have a doubleheader coming at you. All games tomorrow are moved up by 1 hour, so I will update that in my Twitch description. But at 7 p.m. tomorrow, we will have Chili's Angels, 3-0 on the season thus far, versus Support Diff, 2-0 on the season, so a clash of the undefeateds. And then at 8 p.m., we will see Team Pokecard on the Rift again against Double Jungle Gap, who are 1-1 on the season. On Sunday, we'll have a triple header coming at you. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, as the weekend is just getting started here for Do It Big and the Do It Big Season 2 Invitational. All right. But with that, I'll let both captains go back to their teams and debrief a little bit. Meanwhile, for Twitch chat, thank you guys for tuning in. Only one game tonight, unfortunately, but a weekend full of games. Again, doubleheader tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. PST, and on Sunday a triple header starting at 7 p.m. PST. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. But with that, that will bring tonight's broadcast to a close. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in. Say goodbye to Twitch chat, everybody.
Bye, Twitch chat.
Where did B go?
You guys are trolling me.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.